There it is, and you are on camera.
How about that? I wish I didn't have glare on my glasses, but I can't seem to escape that. I can't see anything but blurbs.
Oh
So,
no.
no, I can't. Never mind. I'm not being vain. I just feel like it
No, I
bothers other
understand.
people. So I
Yeah.
can be vain. I can. When I went to see Clinton, I was extremely vain.
Yeah.
People kept saying, "Do you have your talk?" It's like, I've been giving this talk for 20 years, honey. I need to know, do I look okay?
Oh, I understand. I think that that's something that comes from like anxiety in those moments. It becomes really scary because it's like, I know that I am capable of this. And so if I misstep, that's on me.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't too bad, except they tracked me down in Mexico. And I'm thinking, how in the hell did they find me from the White House? They find me in Mexico. I land on in the airport in Mexico City. I
Mm.
go to the hotel, and I'm not even registered. I'm coming to see my husband, and they ask if I am Annie Wormke, that the White House is calling me. I'm like, what White House? The White House is here. So I call up, and they say, yeah, we want you to come a week from Monday and introduce the president to for the opening of the National Domestic Violence Hotline,
Uh-huh.
because you've been an instrumental part of why it exists now. And I was like, really? That's okay, whatever. And so, you'll need to write something. There was no computer or anything. You just fax it back and forth. So I said, I'll think on it.
Mhm.
I'm with my husband. I haven't seen him for a while, and I'll think on it. They're like, no, 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 you have to commit. You see, there was a committee that met, and they wanted a Southern, uh, really nice looking, formerly battered woman. And I said, okay, I'll think on it. That made me nervous because, first of all, what? If you're a battered woman, does it matter how you look? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so I did finally say, okay, but they kept blacking out the stuff I wanted to say.
Mm.
So I said, okay, you can black it out all you want, but that day, guess what? The cameras will be rolling. I will say what I want.
Hmm.
So there was this constant pushing me to be something that I really wasn't. And so when I flew to Washington, the plane ahead of us had skidded off the runway, and they thought it was my plane. So they were in a total panic. Not that I was okay, I think, but that they weren't going to have somebody to show up that met the criteria, whatever they were looking for.
Hmm.
Anyway, they paged me in the airport, like, are you okay? It's like so weird, like I'm being tracked. Then I get up in the morning at 5 o'clock. I am nervous about how I look, and I have a beret. Anyway, I had a pin in the beret, a beautiful little brooch that the first woman I had gotten out of prison gave me. And it
Mm.
meant a lot to me. It meant everything, really. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a big game changer in my life. So, anyway, so they call me up when they're supposed to have picked me up and said, what are you wearing? It's like, okay, I am dressed in a professional manner. And she says, oh, you have to describe it. So I start to describe. She goes, no, 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 you can't wear a hat. I said, you need to understand Mr. Clinton is not the queen. And if
Hmm.
I want to, I've already fixed my hair, and I am not changing it. And if you don't want me to get in that limo, honey, tell me right now.
Oh
And
my
she's like,
God.
she goes, oh my God, oh my God. So I was waiting in the lobby, and I see the limo pull up, and I see her get out, and she's like scanning it was very busy. And she sees me, and she gets this look of just this biggest smile. And she says, oh my God, you look so good. Because she's thinking, I don't know what, but I said, I know people may not know who Minnie Pearl was, but she was a comedian, a country western comedian, as they called him in those days. And she wore a straw hat like a woman would have worn to go to town from a rural town,
Mm.
and it had a price tag still on it, hanging on it. And her front teeth were blackened out. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that have been fun? And that woman got out of that limo. she I'm sure she thought that's what I looked like because she was so worried about my stupid hat.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
They were so thrilled when I went to introduce Clinton. He put away his notes and he spoke extemporaneously, and they were so thrilled. They asked me to stay the next day to introduce him for something else, and I was like, nope, nope, I gave you my one deal. I'm going home now. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was very surreal, quite
Wow.
surreal. Yeah, a big moment. Got
Yeah.
pictures of it. Yeah. If somebody's messing with me, I'll go, hey, did you ever see that picture of me with the president?